Hello guys, welcome back to my channel Clicks Before Coffee, and in this video we're going to look at cohort exploration. So for that, without wasting time, let's go into our Google Analytics account, and you will see the Google Analytics account in front of you right now. Now what we need to do is we quickly need to pull up the demo account where we have all the data. So I can go to the recents tab here, and from there what we can do is we can go to the Google merge shop. That is the data that we are going to look at, and we are going to go to the explore section, which is going to be on your left hand side, the third option. Now there are many ways you can reach there. You can either go to the blank section and you can create this cohort exploration from the blank section here, or what you can do is you can scroll the template gallery that has been given to you there, and right after segment overlap you will see this template from the template gallery, which is called the cohort exploration. Now once I click on the cohort exploration, you will see something like this. Right now let me explain what cohort means. Cohort is a group of segment or dimension which shares the similar characteristics, right? So that is going to be your cohort exploration, a group of similar looking segments or dimensions which we will see data for, right? So we will compare data for a similar segment or similar group. Okay, so now if you see here, we have got the same kind of columns that you have seen in the other templates. You've got the variables where you have got the date range, which is very important. I have said this many a times. And after that you have got the segments. You've got a few segments which are already there. If you want to add more segments, you can click on this plus sign and you can add more segments. If you want to add more dimensions, you can click on this plus sign and you can add more dimensions. And after that if you want to add more matrices, you can click on this plus sign and add more matrices. Some of the matrices are already given there. Right now in the settings section, which is responsible for the data that you see on the right hand side, this table that you see on the right hand side, we have got the technique, which is the cohort exploration. After that we have got segment comparison, where you can select any segment and you can drop that segment. Right now already, if you can see here, what we are seeing is the all users, active users for the last 28 days, and you have seen that the first option you see here is December 17 to 21, December 21, right? So it's like a week's comparison it's giving you. That is the first row. Okay, then you've got this is weekly comparison. Why is this weekly comparison? Because if you see here, the cohort granularity that we have is weekly. Right now the same data for all users, in case if we want to measure monthly or daily, we can choose from daily, weekly and monthly, and so the date range here will change. Okay, we'll come back to that later on. First you see what this means, right? How are we looking at this data? So if you see, this is all active users for the last 28 days. Okay, week wise, so you have got the rows, which is weekly data that it's giving you, right? And what is this weekly data it's giving you? The first week, right? It says here, if you see, each cell is the sum of active users for users who had any event, who has done any event on anything they have done on the website, right? Their data will be that data will be considered, right? In that week, after the first touch, after they have been to the website, the first touch on the website, right? That is the acquisition date. From that date, what is the weekly weekly activity of that user? Are they returning, right? How many people are returning and doing activities on the website? That is the data that we are covering here. Now you will see it says active user. Okay, all users is what we are seeing here. Now you will see the values here. In the values you have active users. What is this value? Value is the matrices, right? In the matrices you have event count, transaction, purchases. We have got active users. That is the data that we are measuring here. In week 1, that is week 0, not 1 actually, week 0, how many people were there? And after that, in week 1, the following week, how many people returned and they performed certain activities? Similarly, week 2, how many people returned and they performed some activity. Similarly, week 3, how many people returned and then they performed some activity. Okay, so you've got weekly data here, and this is the last 28 days data that we're looking at, right? Now, in case if you see here, right at the top, we have got segment comparison. If I want to compare segments, right? So I have got segments here right at the top. Let's see what happens if I choose direct traffic. Okay, let's see what it says here. Now I have got direct traffic. Okay, active users, that is the data that I'm looking at. Can I put more than one segment, compare more segments? So let's do paid traffic. I've double clicked on paid traffic. Now you will see that the cohort exploration will give you not only direct traffic is going to be the top table. The table below is going to be paid traffic that it's showing you the data for right now. Okay, same week, how much was direct traffic, how much was paid traffic from ads, how much people came into the website. 115 people came from December 17th to 21st of December. It shows you, right? And were they returning? No, they did not return in week 1, week 2 or week 3, right? Following weeks, they did not return. Week 3, yes, 4 people returned, that I can see here when we are talking about the paid traffic segment, right? After that, I have here the dimensions. So you will see here that I have first user source, I have got first user medium, campaign, gender, platform. What happens if I go with the first user campaign? Once we are talking about the campaign, we are talking about the campaigns that we have set in our Google Ads account. Now, once I have double clicked on the campaign, you will see right below your the data, weekly data, you will have these rows. Okay, I have got 1, 2 row and 3. Okay, this is direct traffic, and the ones before that I can see here, these are campaigns which are running in Google Ads. So Performance Max, if you see, Performance Max is a campaign that we usually run on Google Ads, right? Similarly, Search campaign is a campaign that we run in Google Ads. So it's giving me those data here as well, right? Now, why are you not seeing any data here? Because obviously this is direct traffic and you will not get any data for paid media in direct traffic, right? But you will get the same data if we come to the paid traffic. You will see the data here, right? So direct, you've got 21 people, not set, you've got 56 people, right? Similarly, you've got Performance Max. So these are basically your campaigns which are running in Google Ads, and that's the reason why you see data here under paid traffic. Okay, this is how you will be able to see it, right? If you see from 29th December to 4th Jan, there were some activities in the Performance Max campaign. We got 236 user coming from the Performance Max campaign ads which were running, right? So this is how we see the data for paid traffic and how we see data depending on the segments and the dimensions that we choose. So what we can do is we can just cross the segments out. Let's cross the segments out. Let's cross the dimensions as well. So in the breakdown, we have got the dimensions. So if you double click on any dimension, or if you want to drag and drop any dimension, you will be able to do that under the breakdowns. Okay, that is where your dimensions will go. So I have crossed that out. And you see here the matrix is right now it's telling you the active users. I can cross that out as well, and instead of active users, okay, people who are performing some activities in the website during the date range that we have selected, if I want to only see the activity for people who have performed some transactions on the website, I can do that as well. I can double click on transactions, and then it is going to now be added under value. So if you see here, I am not able to add any transactions. Okay, add the transactions matrix, because I can only track one matrix at a time. So I will have to cross out the existing matrix, and then I will have to double click on the transactions. Okay, and then I'll be able to see the data for people who only performed transactions. So if you see here, 17th of December to 21st December, only 114 people performed transactions on the website. And then week 1 they returned 14 people returned, week 2 8 people returned, week 3 5 people returned. This is how you read the data in a cohort analysis, right? And then you can, based on this you can create your own table, you can see your own data, right? So I would recommend you play with this very useful template that Google Analytics 4 has given you. Okay, and let's go ahead and also understand what is this calculation that you see here, right? You know, there are three calculations that you can see when you're using the cohort report. You've got the standard, you've got rolling, and you've got cumulative, right? So standard is where each cell is sum of transactions for users who had any event, okay, who performed any event on the website in that week after the first touch. This is your standard report. I generally go with the standard report. In case if you want to see a rolling report, you can click on rolling and you can see rolling report. What is this rolling report? Each cell here now is going to be the sum of transactions for users who had any event, who had performed any event in every week, okay, this time in every week up to that week after the first touch or the acquisition date. This is what rolling, the rolling calculation means. After that, you've got the cumulative. So if I click on the cumulative report, you will be able to see each cell is the sum of transactions for users who had any event, okay, who performed any event in any week. Now in this case, in any week up to the week after first touch, that's the acquisition date. I generally go with the standard calculation, that is simple for me to understand, okay? And each cell now is going to be the sum of the transactions for users who had any event in that week after first touch, right? Very simple reporting. This transaction is because we have chosen the value as transactions. If I choose event count, then you will be able to see it's going to change to event count, and whatever matrix you choose, right, that is what it is going to show you, right? I've double clicked on event count, and right at the top now you will see event count instead of transactions. Okay, this is going to change basis your matrices that you change, right? I hope this was very knowledgeable, and in case if you have got any questions, you can ask me. I will try to answer as much as possible. And thank you so much for watching the video once again, guys. In case if you have liked the videos, please like, subscribe, also hit the bell notification so that you do not miss on any further videos that I upload in this series for Google Analytics 4. I will see you in the next video, guys. Until then, take care. Bye bye.